To make your life more exciting, the coach told Junhao's mom, "Your son has potential to be the next swimming star. Don't interfere," and she agreed willingly. Shortly after, the coach asked Junhao wants to train with me. He nodded and dropped his cup in excitement tubes. The coach's loud voice broke the restaurant's silence, scolding Junhao like the swimming police. Before leaving, he repeatedly told Mom the pool was off limits. Hearing the pool was off limits, Mom rebelled for a chance, but the coach's iron-fisted authority prevailed. Next day, Junhao had to enter the pool. He thought he was late, but couldn't hear the coach's voice. After a phone call, Junhao followed the sound and found himself at an inn. He found the coach gaming at a computer. The coach pulled Junhao into a whole afternoon of gaming upon seeing him. What a novel way to train. Coach thought playing games helped them bond, so the next few days, he had Junhao lingering in the internet cafe, turning their training sessions into esports. With increasing pressure from Mom, Junhao couldn't take it anymore. He woke the sleeping coach and demanded to know when he could start swimming training. Guangzhu initially feigned silence, then coldly stated, "I don't teach kids forced by their parents." He knew Junhao was there at his mother's behest, so he allowed Junhao to go home a few days late. The coach's indifference only fueled Junhao's pride. He shouted at Guangzhu, "Never seen me swim? How dare you underestimate me?" Accusing him of being jobless, he enraged Guangzhu. Guangzhu could no longer hold back. He grabbed Junhao by the collar and dragged him to the swimming hall. Since it was night, he had to sweet-talk the manager to let Junhao swim. "Where's the stopwatch?" Junhao asked urgently, but Guangzhu didn't need it. "Hurry into the swimming room." In the water, Junhao made 2 laps. Due to poor visibility, the manager turned on the lights, letting Guangzhu shine through. The scene was breathtaking. After closing, Guangzhu called Junhao, saying he definitely had talent and his swimming style was like a dream. This attempt thrilled Guangzhu, and he decided to start serious training the next day, seeing his younger self in Junhao. But Junhao had no idea that Guangzhu was once a hotshot future star. He was the pride of the Korean swimming world when they first met, yet soon no one knew him anymore. Just 10 days after their first meeting, he was fired from the swimming hall. Early on, he could break national records with ease. During training, he lacked effort and discipline. At 17, had already spent years outside, smoking, drinking, and partying. Even with the assistant coach right in front of him, he ignored him completely, and the assistant couldn't be bothered. A reporter had gone to interview the head coach yesterday. He was reluctant to answer, but couldn't resist the reporter's inquiries. The coach reluctantly revealed that Guangzhu had broken records, leaving the reporter in awe of the young star. Just then Guangzhu passed by. The reporter asked about his routine and learned he napped at the pool by day and partied at night. A week later, at the Asian Games qualifiers, Guangzhu breezed past all competitors without breaking a sweat. He proudly announced on TV that he had broken national records, and the Asian Games were just around the corner. However, Guangzhu bid farewell to his elders at a seaside sashimi shop, living freely. His elders urged him to stay, but Guangzhu just wanted to relax. They deemed him a genius needing no training. Their words caught Guangzhu's attention, and he quickly tossed training concerns out of his mind. After lunch, they geared up for another round of fun. Meanwhile, the coach called him urgently to get back to training, but Guangzhu easily brushed off the responsibility with a few casual words. And an older brother's wife arrived with the police. Everyone quickly cleaned up and pretended to play small stakes. The officer quickly saw through their ruse and took the cash to the car. It turned out the brother's wife had called the cops to score a share of that cash. At that moment, Guangzhu was heading back to the swimming team, but a phone call made him change course, and he sprinted back to the sash. The older brother scored the cash back, and Guangzhu was called back to continue the game, and they partied hard that night. It had been 10 days, and the coach was mad because he had spotted Guangzhu's gaming scores and was utterly shocked. Subtitles: Guangzhu still refused to rejoin. It was too late when he realized he was an athlete. The head coach gave him a resounding slap upon seeing him for the first time, then ordered him to lie down, not letting up. The coach relentlessly hit him with a stick. Even when it snapped, he switched to another one and continued until Guangzhu grabbed the stick at the 17th. Furious, Guangzhu cursed and stormed out of the swimming hole, never to return, marking the beginning of his wandering life. Later, he contacted a former drinking buddy who was a journalist, hoping to expose the coach's misdeeds, but the article never surfaced, leaving the matter unresolved. 16 years later, he was weathered, but managed to make a living as a coach, relying on his own abilities. This was his first training, and seeing Junhao lose focus and perform poorly, Guangzhu immediately smacked him with the prop. Later, he explained to Junhao in the dining room why he did that. He wanted to ignite Junhao's ambition. An athlete needs the desire to win gold. Guangzhu hoped Junhao would achieve something great with this series of training. Back home, his brother saw Junhao's injuries and told Mum. She didn't check immediately, but waited till he slept to peek. When she learned it was the coach training method, she said nothing more, wanting to ensure her child had a healthy diet, and during the day she took him to the temple to pray for him to win. After that, Junhao continued to struggle in the hell of training, leading a dull and painful life. While other classmates were chatting and playing, he was the only one dozing off on his. After such long training, Junhao's spirit became quite lethargic. One day, he lost focus and got mesmerized by the reflections while diving. He forgot he was training, and Guangzhu, now indignant, picked up the very broom that had ruined his career. He struck again and again, turning Junhao's pain into a twisted melody.